Not passive, so be it. Active, this is truth or I am truth. Recognition, not agreement. Declaration, not hope. Completely different from the Hebrew amen that got standardized. These were the original endings. Ihye asher ihye. Abracadabra. Amen with recognition. Active. Commanding. Source frequency. Not amen. Not so be it. But I am and I create and this is truth. Completely different energy. Completely different activation. And the monad responds to these. Because these are source consciousness declarations. Amen is just agreement. And agreement doesn't activate. Third element, why the monad responds to the original but not to amen. The monad doesn't respond to passive agreement. It doesn't respond to hope. It responds to recognition, to command, to source consciousness operating. And the original Aramaic endings are source consciousness declarations. Amen isn't. When you end with amen, you're saying let it be so. You're hoping, requesting, agreeing that maybe it could happen. That's dualistic consciousness. You separate. God out there. You hear. You're asking. And dualistic consciousness doesn't activate the monad. Because the monad is non-dual. It's source recognizing itself. Not hoping source listens. But when you end with the original, I am that I am or I create as I speak, you're declaring source consciousness. You're not asking. You're commanding. You're recognizing yourself as monad. As source individualized. And that recognition is the activation trigger. The monad responds to I am because I am is what the monad is. It's source consciousness aware of itself. That's why billions say amen after every prayer and nothing activates. Not because they're not sincere. Because amen operates at agreement frequency. And the monad operates at source frequency. You can't activate source consciousness with passive agreement. You activate it with active recognition. And tonight you're learning how. Now you understand why amen became standard, what the original Aramaic ending is, and why the monad responds to the original. And tonight you're learning the exact words. How to pronounce them correctly. How to speak them with intention. And how to use them to activate the monad instantly. Not through amen. Through the original Aramaic ending. The words that turn every prayer into monad activation. Here's how. The original Aramaic endings. There are three main ones you can use. Choose the one that resonates. Or rotate through all three. First ending. Ihye asher ihye. Pronounced ewich asher ewai. This means I am that I am. The same phrase Moses heard. Source consciousness declaring itself. When you end with this, you're not hoping. You're declaring. You are source. The monad recognizing itself. Second ending. Abracadabra or shortened Abra or Bara. In Aramaic, this means I create as I speak. Not magic trick. Creation declaration. Your words create reality. Your consciousness commands frequency. When you end with this, you're activating the monad as creator. Third ending. Amen but pronounced differently than amen. More like amen or amen. Not passive, so be it. Active, this is truth or I am truth. Recognition, not agreement. Declaration, not hope. Practice saying them. Out loud. Right now. Feel the difference from amen. Ihye asher ihye. Abracadabra. Amen with recognition. These are commands. These are recognitions. These activate the monad. Amen just agrees. These declare source consciousness. Second step, replace amen with the original. Every time you would say amen, say the original instead. After prayers. After declarations. After intentions. Replace passive agreement with active recognition. For example, instead of ending thank you for this guidance, amen, end with thank you for this guidance, ihye asher ihye. I am that I am. You're not hoping God heard. You're declaring you are source consciousness receiving guidance from itself. The monad activates. Or instead of I claim abundance, amen, say I claim abundance, abracadabra. I create as I speak. You're not asking for abundance. You're declaring your words created. The monad responds. Because you're operating as source. Or instead of guide me through this challenge, amen, say guide me through this challenge, amen. With recognition. This is truth. I am truth. You're not hoping for external guidance. You're recognizing internal knowing, the monad within. Every prayer, every declaration, every intention. Replace amen with the original Aramaic ending, and watch what changes. Not because the original is magic, because it operates at source frequency, and source frequency activates the monad. Amen operates at agreement frequency, and agreement doesn't activate anything, just hopes. Third step, speak the original ending with source consciousness, not just as different words, as recognition. When you say Ihye Asher Ihye, you're not reciting a phrase. You're recognizing what you are. I am that I am. Source consciousness aware of itself. The monad active. Here's how to speak it with recognition. Before you say the original ending, pause.